My name is Christopher Klotz, and this spring break I was fortunate enough to lead the women's soccer team on the first ever missions trip to El Salvador. In taking this job to come and coach soccer, I realized very quickly that was a very small part of the job, which sounds kind of backwards. It sounds a little bit crazy. But my heart is such that these young ladies, they would grow much more than becoming good soccer players. We desire for each and every one of the girls that the Lord has entrusted us with to grow more in love with Jesus Christ. That's why we get up in the morning. And so for me, as I'm praying through my role as a coach, it became very clear that serving together was going to be something that we needed to do. So I began to pray, Lord, where would you have us serve? And so El Salvador was a place that was presented to me. And as we prayed, as we thought, as we communicated, it became very clear from the Lord that this is a place that we can go as a group and experience the true living God.
I chose to go to El Salvador because it's been something that I've always wanted to do, but soccer's been in the way, and so it seemed perfect that God had brought along soccer and missions at the same time.
I just felt pulled to El Salvador because some of the closest girls on my team were going, and the coaching staff, and they're just amazing leaders and just real people, and they've allowed me to grow in my faith.
Klotz told the team about El Salvador. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like, I can do this, I can serve God, and I can be with my best friends in the whole world.
There was a few moments where the coaching staff was able to take a step back and just watch. We got to see the Brittany Rupel expression of Jesus, the Cam Stillwell expression of Jesus, the Carly Crosby expression of Jesus. As a coach, I stood in that moment and I said, hey, I don't give a rip about soccer. I care about what Jesus is doing inside of these young ladies. And he was grabbing their hearts and revealing himself in such a way that they will never forget.
One of our teammates made an analogy that the waves were kind of like life. Like no one said it was going to be easy, but that the girls that were around us were always going to be there no matter what. And now that they can help us keep going along in that decision that we had made.
Looking around and just seeing at the girls there, how much they loved me and how much they cared about what was happening. Coming out of the water, I was just so excited to start my new life and with the girls around me because I knew they'd be there for me. And we all fall, but I knew they would help pick me up.
No matter what circumstance you're in, God's made you for a purpose. And these kids could easily lose sight of that, but our prayer for them was that they would always know that they were there for a purpose.
Being there is just life in its simplest form. I mean, you had your friends and you had God, and that was it. And it was just amazing because in that situation it was so easy to see him everywhere.
And the children just constantly smiling and laughing. I just feel like you see Jesus' presence in his face, just being in the girls and the kids. I think coming back, the accountability factor of going with each other is going to be really important.
Being around girls that will help me instead of push me away, and these girls and the rest of the girls on the team.
But now we have each other to be not only our teammates, but our sisters in Christ also.
Now I think we all know why we were pulled to be there, because God used that week to really change everyone's lives.